right, we all knew what happened to Tom Brady versus the New Orleans Saints been going down since he got there outside the playoffs. Now Tom Brady is complaining about uh, receivers getting hit in the knees. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quest. And now he's crying about receivers getting hit in the knees. My thing is, you can't where you supposed to hit them at. You can't hit them up top. That's called targeting. You can be throw out the game. You can be suspended. Um, keep going on and on. And people talking about and this we talk about this meltdown too. This meltdown. People said he threw a tablet, and if that was this guy, that guy, third, what you would call it, they'd be calling him this, that, and the third. But my thing about it is, um, he has a reputation that's been built up. So I'm not tripping. Everybody show emotion. Most of the people show emotion behind the closed doors. But people want to compare him to Odell, but Odell ain't won nothing, right? But I talk about this first. Say Tom Brady, NFL should take hits on the knees out the game of football, right? And can we see this? It says Tampa Bay. This Tampa Bay star receiver Chris Godwin's season was ended after a torn ACL and MCL on a low legal hit in Sunday's loss to New Orleans. Now, side note, to he signed a 1 year deal to stay with Tampa, so he got a bum knee. Who gonna pay him? I don't Tampa do the right thing and pay him for a year rehab. He got to sit out of football without getting paid. Think about that for a minute. He signed like a 1 year, $14 million, $15 million contract when he could have got a longer term contract or probably more than that. He only like 24, 25 too. In recent years, with defenders being penalized for hitting receivers high, particularly on plays over the middle to avoid concussions and head injury, wideouts are hit low, which can lead to knee and leg injuries like one of Godwin suffered. Tom Brady during the Let's Go. Hold on. They playing videos all through NFL.com. And then they want to penalize you for it. So I can't stop that video. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it. But he said Tom Brady said on the Let's Go podcast, he said that this week on Sirius XM Radio argued for eliminating hits on knees to the defense's receiver, knowing that low hits like that, like the one on Godwin, should be taken out of the game of football. Quote, he said, I've seen that hit too many times where the defense's pass catcher in the process of catching the ball and he's hit by the defender, Brady said, and quote, because teams excuse me, I just woke up. And a lot of defenders would say, well, you can't hit them in the head anymore. Well, the point is you can hit anybody. You can't hit anybody in the head. I'm sorry, y'all. He said the point is you can't hit anybody in the head anymore. You can hit anyone in the knees anymore. You can hit any. I'm so sorry. He said you can hit anyone in the knees anymore except for the receivers. So I don't really understand that part. Well, it doesn't make any sense. It don't make sense to me. You can hit a defensive lineman in the knees. You can't hit the punter in the knees. You can't hit the quarterback in the knees. You can't hit the DB in the knees except for allowing hits on defensive receiver. It needs to be addressed. It's really thought out. It really thought out. My thing is, we continue to quote. It really impacts guys' careers. When I know he'll overcome it. It's tough rehab. You hear your ACL. That's a lifelong injury. And I'm sure almost every pass catcher in the NFL would prefer to be hit in the head over the knees. I certainly would. I'd take that million out of a million. So he continues to say, here, put it back on the screen because I'm he said, while some Brady comments are oversimplified, the NFL's Institute rules that restricted targets age for defenders. For instance, new rules making it illegal for defenders to go low to take on a block outside the tackle box. Long-time NFL receiver Larry Fitzgerald believes he would rather get hit high than low, even though it affects the brain injuries on a long-term life. He said, quote, I wouldn't say it's dirty, but it's just kind of where the game is going, Fitzgerald said. He said these guys are tackling. They had to bring their aim point down. When I played, I actually told guys, hit me up high, I'll pay your fine. The head trauma thing come along with it. They affect you later on in life. A blown ACL, ruptured Achilles tendon, those things right there within your career on the spot. And so it's a very unfortunate part of the game, trying to be more cautious and consensuous of guys' head and lowering the aim point, but it's definitely put the lower extremities in a much more compromising position. And it really is unfortunate because you guys, like Chris, suffered the effects of it. You see it come across the league all the time, especially when the tight ends who are larger, they just get their legs chopped from under them. I don't think leg injuries are going anywhere, but this is the way guys are going to continue to tackle. Brady said seeing Godwin hurt was far worse than suffering a loss. He says, "quote Everyone hates to see Godwin go down. There's so much emotional aspect to that because he only get a 1 year deal. To that we've all got to deal with knowing that one of our dedicated guys is not going to be on the field with us the rest of the year, which is tough." He said, "quote Team quote." He says, and he's got a tough road to overcome, and I know he will because that's the type of guy he is. But obviously, our hearts with him. We love him. There's nothing more we love than to have him out there with us. Tough for everyone to swallow. It's a tough injury. It's a part of what makes the sport which makes it difficult. I know every sport has its challenges with physical injuries. Football is a demolition derby. So I mean, like I said, if you don't believe me, he got a 1 year deal just to be a team player and come back and help Tampa bring all their people back. All right. I think he went to Penn State too. Where's he from? He's from Middletown, Delaware. Uh, but yeah, he was there we go. He was fresh out his rookie deal, 1 year, 16 million. People said, "What's a lot of money right there? It's really guaranteed." But like I said, he could have signed for more, probably a lot more. He probably could have signed for a lot more somewhere else, And what it's not the fact that the NFL don't. It's not the fact that the NFL care about CTE and brand issues, even though we had several incidents of football players doing crazy stuff, right? And then you don't even know CTE after they died and get permission from the family, or he got a written his will that you can examine his head. But it's the fact that they don't want to give these dudes lifetime benefits. All right, that's what it is. That's why they changed the rules. They didn't care about the player. They don't care about the ACL, don't care about the head. They didn't want to give these players lifetime benefits. And Tom Brady's, well, you can't hit the players in the knees. We should limit that. You can't hit the punter. Well, where else I'm gonna hit them at, bro? Unless you just gonna catch the ball and mark the possession where you caught the ball at. I mean, that's hard to determine. Then even that's hard to determine. If somebody catch the ball and I tackle him, I'm just supposed to hit him straight in the chest or the stomach. And even if I hit the chest, my helmet may still hit his helmet, his face mask. So, like I said, this is what they want. It's not because they want this because they love they care about the player. They want this because they don't want to spend lifetime benefits. All that fine money they get every year, and they say, "Well, we give it to charity." Give it to these players, man. Give it to these players. You're giving it to charity, man. Let these players have lifetime benefits. You know what I'm saying? Or give these players an option to say, you know what, man, you take 10% out your check or 15, whatever it is, we gonna double and match it with 30 for your lifetime benefits. They should at least do that. But these greedy people, man, you gotta remember these millionaires are billionaires. I mean, these owners are billionaires this is off of other companies and endeavors. This is play money to them. It's play money. And the players sit there and they lock out, they wait for what? What they wait for? What they locking out for? Actually, what you locking out for? Think about that for me. What? You ain't even get nothing. You ain't get y'all hold out for a minute for less practices, and then long term that hurts you. But hopefully he get better, and like I said before, hopefully they do right by him and give him a contract during his injury process. He may be back sometime next year with the extra weeks, but that is what it is. He made the effort to be a team player. I remember when Javon Walker When Brett Favre berated him for holding out for his money, he came back and blew his knee out. I wondered, did Brett Favre take care of him? He lost a lot of money and never was the same. But a lot of people got the issue with Tom Brady throwing his tablet, right? And showing passion, but they used, Dale did it. Well, Dale ain't won nothing in his league, bro. This ain't a colorism thing, bro. This a media thing. Sometimes it might be colorism, especially with the quarterback, but it's a media thing. They comparing it to Odell. My thing is this: Odell ain't won nothing, but Odell went on a boat trip, and he berated Eli Manning after this, but he went on a boat trip and in the playoff game, and Eli's putting the ball on the money, and he didn't catch the ball. None of them did. That's different. When you won as much as somebody, you got the reputation of somebody who's clean off the field and who pretty much clean on the field. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people act like he's the media darling. He ain't the ultimate media darling. In his heyday, it was Peyton Manning. In his twilight, it's Aaron Rodgers. So you can miss me with that. And I like Brady. He went to Michigan. That's my man's right there. But like I said before, you can't compare that to Odell. Now, if you compared it to Lamar Jackson or something like that, cool. You compared it to Peyton Manning, cool. You compared that to, whoever. It's cool. But if I won, 6, 7 next Super Bowl, do what the hell I want to do. Michael did way more crazy-ish. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys, girls and guys, think. Check the NFL playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That's the best way to donate. And that subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notification increase to get notification. You go live, drop a video. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate those donations. Help advance the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All that's in the description. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video post, just want to support us on social media. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. One time, peace. Let me know in the comment section.